How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing good today. It is a beautiful day today. It is a crisp 63 degrees, and I just got finished working on the 2004 Subaru Forester naturally aspirated. It's got 217,000 miles, almost 218, and this thing has been very, very good to us. And I've put 100,000 miles on this thing. It's not that much of a hassle to work on. So I wanted to talk about new car ownership versus used car ownership and what I really think about it. So I've been both, right? I've had used cars, I've had new cars, I've had cars that are paid off, I've had vehicles that I could just literally $200 cars. Here's what I gotta say. It depends on the consumer. There is absolutely nothing wrong with owning a new car or a used car. You just have to understand that debt can hold you in a place that you never knew it could hold you. It can keep you down. If you don't know how to leverage debt, then you're gonna struggle a lot. I am just now learning at the age of 23, turning 24, that I would much rather have this old Subaru Forester versus a new vehicle. Here's why. One, this thing doesn't have a payment. Two, it runs perfectly fine. It's got like some little things here and there, some noises that it makes that are just like, annoying. The wind noise is a little rough, but the car gets me. I drive an hour to work every day. This thing makes it. And it's all-wheel drive, and it gets decent enough gas mileage for it to function. Either way, if you make the money to drive a $90,000 truck, most likely you're gonna flip out of that truck every 3 to 5 years, so the negative equity doesn't bite you in the ass, and you're gonna make sure that you can pay the payment just enough and not burn through fucking tires, and you're gonna have a premium oil package on it, and this and that. But you're also going to pay full coverage, and you could probably swing paying that because you are paying for not only luxury, but you are paying for performance, you're paying for the name brand, but you're also paying for the fact that it's a new vehicle, and that reliability is what you're trying to hope for, right? So you're hedging your bets on it being a reliable vehicle. But secondly, the reason why you're getting that new car is because when people see you get out of that new car, a lot of people go, dang, I really want that. Well, I'm not like that anymore. When I see someone get a new vehicle, a new truck or something, if they're a business owner and they're like using it for construction, dude, I'm like, oh bro, he had to go and get that truck because people ain't going to take him seriously if he doesn't drive that new piece of, equipment so he can haul all of his, excavators and whatever the hell. But if it's a regular dude and it's a regular gal and they're just buying something new to buy it new, dude, they're buying it because one, they either don't know how to work on it. Two, they don't understand the finances behind it and they're willing to take the credit hit and, have the financial responsibility. Three, they understand the warranty, and that comes with 1 and 2. They understand the warranty. They're a new buyer. They get lower. They think the lower interest rate is better. Oh, it's got a low interest rate. Oh, well, here's the difference. If you just saved your money and purchased something cash, it wouldn't matter on the new side or the used side. But if you buy a vehicle cash, you're dumping all of your money into that asset, and then your money is tied up into that asset. And that means you can liquidate it, but it's going to have a depreciation rate that you're fighting. And that's a lot better in my mind than financing it, because you own the asset, and then if you put full coverage on it, then you're just paying full coverage, and then you're protecting your asset, right? Simple accounting. And then here's what I'm seeing with used vehicles. Now, I'm not talking about classic vehicles. Classic vehicles go for like $50, $100, $200,000. That is not a depreciating asset. That's a fucking art, dude. So I'm talking about regular cars. Used cars, okay, same thing as tractors, right? You're gonna have to maintenance both new and used. How you're hedging your bets on it being a reliable piece of machinery or a reliable mode of transportation, and essentially you have to know that you can work on it yourself, which is when you're really winning. If you have the tools already to work on something, that's great. If you don't have the tools and you're going to be paying the repairs to be done by a mechanic, you're going to basically be blowing a lot of money. And you have to look at the ratio of what you're spending on it versus what you'd be spending with a new car, right? A car can be paid off, but I'm basically talking about financing versus cash ownership versus a new vehicle versus a old vehicle. I personally think that there is a perfect middle ground where if you are able to work on it, get a used vehicle. If you have the money for it, I'd still get a used vehicle because parts are easy to, find for decently older vehicles, and they do the same shit. They still work, they function, they drive. And if you're wondering, is it more economically feasible to drive a Prius with a, here's another thing. Let's say you have a really low monthly payment, right? You did a big down payment, you have a low monthly payment, and there's a low likelihood of things breaking on the new car. Then you're in a really good spot, right? Because a Prius isn't going to need a lot of stuff done to it, and when something does break, that warranty is going to cover it. So you basically are playing you're playing the hand that you're dealt once you sign on to that title that it's your vehicle. So basically, I'm just kind of letting you guys know, if you're getting a new car, I know I said a lot, but if you're getting a new car, understand that things can break on it and things can be fixed under the warranty, so you're okay. You can finance it, but if that monthly payment is killing you, then there's no point in having it. Reliable transportation is supposed to get you from point A to point B. If you're looking for luxury, then you're looking for luxury. But if you're looking for a normal car, bro, if you get a used one and you can work on it and buy the parts for super cheap, and you're able to source parts for stuff, and it's not going to cost you a bunch of money, you should definitely get a used vehicle. I'm telling you, I'm going to be buying used vehicles for here on out. I'm serious. I'm not going to go finance a new vehicle for myself for a long time. I'm not going to pay cash for a new vehicle because the depreciation rate is so fucking horrendous. And the market is also it's about to tank, and so you'll be able to grab a new car for cheap. So if you save your money while the market's tanking and then you walk in and buy that fucker cash, then it won't be bad to buy a new car. So you guys fighting over new car versus used car, it makes no sense. It's really about the market fluctuation, and it's also how much cash do you got? What are you willing to finance? How is it going to affect your credit score? It's a big deal, dude. If you have to finance the parts you put on your used car, you're in a rough spot. But a lot of people have to do that just to make ends meet. So instead of beating each other up, we should probably come together and say, oh, shit, life is just really expensive. It doesn't matter if you're a new equipment owner or a used equipment owner, you're still gonna pay the bill. Somehow, somewhere, it's just a matter of luck, and it's how you treat your equipment, and it's how you treat your car. If you drive it like a piece of shit, then it's going to become a piece of shit. That's just how it goes, bro. If you can work on stuff, cool. That goes for new or used if you can work on it. But really, the company that you like Ford or Tesla or Chevy or whatever brand, when you buy it new and you sign the papers to own it, and it has that warranty, basically the company is covering your ass when something fails on it. But then again, if they don't have the parts for it, you're fucked. That's another reason why I say go for a used vehicle. Parts are everywhere, and if they're on back order or something like that, oh well. But I'm just saying, I'm not going to spend my money like crazy on another car again because I've been burnt, so I have a little bit of a bias. I don't have a super high interest rate on my stuff, but used stuff is cheaper. If you buy it cash, it's cheaper. You're not paying a bank, you're not paying a middleman, and it's your asset, and you own it, and it's your responsibility, and it gives you literally net worth because it's your property. So yeah, no, I would go for used vehicles. But if you have the money and you got the company for it, and you have an LLC or whatever, you have a S Corp, C Corp or whatever, dude, you can do whatever the fuck you want. You're that guy. And so yeah, this is my 10-minute video on what I think about car ownership And yeah, so I just fixed my car for $60. I did it myself. It took me like 2 hours while I was, you know, just hanging out on the weekend. And so yeah, man, that's how you fight a tough economy. Now this car could blow up tomorrow, but still I can buy an engine for this car for $700 to $800 with a warranty on it, and then just pay to have it installed. And yeah, so that's not too bad, you know what I mean? But then again, man, it's just a game, so don't take it too seriously. And when your shit breaks, you can always get it fixed.